Hi there, this is Abhishek, and in this video I will talk about a couple of R functions which helps you drive the meaningful statistics out of your data frame or your cross table, which is nothing but matrix. Things like most of the time you want the means for all the columns or all the rows of your cross table, or something like you want to add any mean or sum to your existing table to show it to your end user. Then how you can quickly achieve this is what I'm going to discuss in this video. So let's first look at the data source that we have, and I've chosen the bees data source, and it is nothing but a cross table or matrix kind of a structure where you have some values for the rows and some values for the columns. And the first thing, let's say, we want to do is we want to figure out the row sums, the sum for these rows. So we will write rowsums function, and we will write the name of the data set. So x here indicates the name of the data set, any.rm indicates whether you want to remove the any values. So since we don't have any values, we are fine, and it will give for all the rows, it will give the sum. But if you don't want sum, we want mean, row means, then we can specify the data set, and we don't have any values, and it will produce the mean value for us. Similarly, if we don't want row, we want column, we can say colmeans, which is again very straightforward. Earlier in one of my videos, I have explained you that you can achieve the similar thing by utilizing the apply function. And apply is a little bit complex because you have to specify 3 different variables, but it gives you the flexibility that you can not only specify sum or mean, which is kind of a restriction over here. It is simple but restricted to sum and mean, but you can also specify the standard deviation or anything. So for example, if I need standard deviation for all these these rows or columns, and I try to write, let's say, col st or something, you don't find a function. For that, you need to go back to your apply function, specify the data set, specify the row or column. So one indicates row, so let's say I want on row, and I want st function, and here I get the standard deviation. So that's how a quick difference between apply and your direct function. All these functionality, rowsum, rowmeans, colsum, colmeans, can be achieved by apply function also, along with if you have any other statistical function or even the custom function. If you want to specify, you can specify within the apply and get the output. Right. Next thing is about finding the proportion of the data. So if we want to figure it out, what is the proportion of this value 10 compared to all the values, I can simply go and write prop.table command and the name of the data set, bees. So it will show us an error. But if I want it for row or column, then again we need to specify the value 1 or 2. 1 indicates row, 2 indicates column. So bees, comma 1, if I say. So here in this case, it has given the error. So now it is saying x is not an array. So let's figure it out, the structure of this data. And looking at this, looks like a cross table, which is matrix. But if it is not, let's figure it out what it is, because in case of matrix, it should have given us this value, the command that we specified earlier. So str will going to tell us structure of these, and yeah, it's a data frame. That's why it is showing us the problem. So we need to convert this into some sort of matrix. So we will say bees.matrix, the new name based on the conversion we will going to do just now, and we will say s.matrix to convert it into a matrix, and we will say bees. Now we are good. Now if we specify the same command, prop.table bees.matrix, and we want it by row, here we get it. So good thing that the error came and I was able to explain you. So if you are encountering a similar kind of error, then just check the structure of the data set and convert it in a right structure so that command will give you the output. Similarly, if you want it by columns, specify 2 and you will get it by columns. So here, if you will sum it up, For rows, it will be 100% or the total 100%. And in this case, the columns will give you the 100% because these are all percentages. So thistle is 15%, then 1%, 56%, 7%, 18%. So that's how you can specify or get the proportion of rows or columns as per your needs. The last thing I want to cover in this video is about how you can add any meaningful statistics. So think like suppose we want to add a mean to our rows or columns. So what we can do is we can use the command addmargins, and we will say, let's say bees, and we want to say that we want to add it to rows. So we will specify 1, and we will say mean. We want to, let's say for example, you want to do mean. Now we specify, you see that last column comes as mean, and it is nothing but specifying the value for us. Again, it is saying that numeric, this kind of a number is coming. It's mainly because of we have specified the data frame, and if I'm going back again, I'm specifying the dot matrix, it will give us the right value. So you clearly see what happens when you specify a data frame. However, what addmargins is expecting is a matrix kind of a structure, but once you specify the right matrix, it will give you the output correctly. So instead of 1, that means row, you want it for columns. So let's say we want to add a sum to the column. So we will say 2 to specify columns, and we want sum, and here at the end we have sum. So this is how you can add meaningful statistics and get the output. The curiosity increases that somebody may say, oh, you are adding just 1 statistics. What if I want to add 2 statistics? So in that case, first you need to store the result of this output into some sort of a table. So let's say I'm saying these.matrix1, and I'm saying addmargins and these.matrix, the entire command to sum. Okay, now it is stored, and if I want to see that, I can see it. So here I have bees.matrix, some values added. Now let's say I want to add a mean to the rows. Then again I will say I will first store the values because I'm adding another column, bees.matrix2, any name which I want to give, and then I will say add margins bees.matrix1, comma 1, because I want to add mean to the row. That's I'm specifying 1, and I'm specifying mean this, and here I have the output stored. Now I will specify bees.matrix2. So here we have sum, here we have mean. If you want to add few more, you can go ahead and keep storing the result and keep creating the objects as per your needs. So that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss in this video, and I'll meet you in the new video, the new topic.